shit. There's a lot of people. Today is Virgin Mary Remedy, I think they call it, the Lady of Virgin Remedy. There is literally a sea of people in here. There's more food that I've never seen, more things that I've never tried. These guys, they sell little tiny camarones cocktails. I tried the maguey worm, I think it was called today. That was delicious. Lightly fishy flavored, very cool. There is so much cheese, so much meat being cooked. My God, this is awesome. Look at the size of this market. There are so many people here today. We got a stage they're putting up right here. Oh, maybe they're gonna do some chicken fighting. There's a rooster underneath there. Maybe they're gonna do some chicken fighting. Cockfighting is still legal in Mexico, from what I understand. Kind of a big deal too. Look at that, they stack the fucking meat. Look at that. You get it right there fresh. They cook it right here fresh for you. Look at that. Cecina. Oh, look at that. And then they have these pan de fiesta, which are all of these different stuffed pans that they do just for the season. All fresh. Some look really wild. Look at that. Wow. So amazing. And they have everywhere you can go. They have this agua de cocao, I think it's called. Right? Is that what it's called?
It's the drink of the gods.
Yeah. These guys right here in this booth, man, they have the meat. Look at this. You come by here, and these guys have got it cooking up. Look at that. Look at that. They have all kinds of meat here. You can buy your, and they got the guy with the giant mound of coconuts over here. This is cool. You can get it mixed with some mezcal. The guy actually will drain the juice out and put it in a bag for you, and then he gets the coconut meat out for you, puts it in a bag. Hey. Pretty impressive, huh, Betty? This is the michelada man. There is just food and grub and people everywhere. More of the pan de fiesta. Inside of here is a giant market. One of many. This stuff is amazing. It's like you drink the foam. It's so delicious. And this is something I think is just for the holidays, where they grill up the fish like this. But it's got green chilies, red jitomate, and then the fish, I think.
¿Cómo la carpa?
Just tried that cheese. That stuff is amazing. Amazeballs. Look at all that. The cecina. Freshly grilled. Now there's a mound of quesadillas that I could destroy. These guys right here do papas with their, so those are French fries in there. Cecina. Oh, look at that. Damn. And Oddly enough, pizza is quite a big thing in Mexico. They have several of these pizza stands everywhere. And I haven't figured out why, but they put ketchup on their pizza. These little things are the devil. Those are like a pancake filled with any one of these condiments that you want. They are dangerous. Yeah, look at, and you get the michelada man over here making the micheladas. Oh, and the chipotle, chalupas, chalupas. Look at how beautifully stacked that meat, man. Oh, oh man. Look at the pan. It looks like it's got hot dogs in it. They put hot dogs in a lot of things. They make hamburger and they'll put hot dogs in it. Oh, look at here. So we got the Napales grill in with it. Oh, look at that. That guy gives me the meat sweats just looking at it. Oh, here we go. Here's a whole bunch of those chalupas. That's how they make the chalupa. And then they stack like multiple ones on top of each other. It's definitely about the chalupas, it's the salsa that's on there. Some live music while we're down here.
Ya no cantan los pájaros, ya no están en los árboles, lunes, martes y miércoles. Yo me voy a emborrachar, jueves, viernes y sábados yo los uso para cruda. Y el domingo me dedico a descansar. Un saludo, compadre, para las cámaras. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Chuy Chapa.
Want to stick a piece of that in my mouth? Oh. Very good.
She can get married.
Hey.
So apparently if you can make your tortillas fluff up like that, you're worthy of getting married.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh, look at that. Oh my. Look at this. I love how they do this. They get little camarones.
Mini shrimp.
Mini camarones. Oh, and look at that. Fresh chicharron. Oh, why is that so delicious but so bad for you? But so bad. When we were in Querétaro, I had pozole that had chicharron in it. And man, oh man alive, was that so good. Amazing. And the agua fresca is everywhere. Look how beautiful they stacked that. These different things you can get in your quesadillas. They use a lot. Everybody uses that blue corn. Oh. What is she doing there? Like shrimp? Camarones?
¿Es de pollo o son camarones? Charalitos.
Oh, those little fish.
Charalitos.
Yeah, those little fish. Oh. I had those over in Guadalajara. They're like little sardines. They're little sardines. They're really, really good. Oh, look how they do that, though. I love how they stack that meat so beautifully. And they grill it right here. And this lady's got fresh tortillas that she's bringing around. You gotta have fresh tortillas. Those ones look more like the white arches. Oh, so much being grilled. Oh, gracias. Oh, and pizza again. And if you want something on a stick,
Shrimp on a bobby.
if any guys want stuff on a stick, we got the sticks on a stick covered right here. It smells really good. Oh my goodness. Another pan de fiesta. Look at this.
Panaderia Wendy's.
Wow. It smells so good. Good Lord. Hey, porque muy bueno. One of my favorite drinks, I think, right now. Just food and everything being grilled everywhere down here. Just a giant festival. Hey Betty, you want to hold on to this? Thank you. Everybody wants to give you samples. You wind up with a handful of samples as you're walking out of here. Oh, wow. Ran right into that pole. Oh my goodness, everything smells so good. Oh, there you go. There's jicama, and you can either get sweet or savory sprinkles on it. That's cool. That's really cool. This guy's getting his El Pastor rolling up. El Pastor. Oh, here we go. Oh, that smells so good. A vat of food. Oh. And so you can actually see like the skin in there with it. Oh man, that smells so good. Wow. Food everywhere. Pizza is very popular in Mexico. They do have pizzas that have like jalapeno and chorizo that I found was really good. I still haven't figured out the ketchup part. I did try it on there. Those are so good. Mini donuts. Donitos. Donitas or donitos? Donitas.
I don't think I've ever seen donuts that small.
Those are small donuts. Porque that stuff is so good. Oh, so these are mixed already? Yeah, I think they're already mixed. These things smell so damn good. My God. Those are my kryptonite. So you got guys rolling around with coolers selling cheese, tortillas. What else have I seen in that cooler? Cheese and tortilla here recently.
señorita, venga, toma, o lleva mi cajete, hoy le traigo el estilo para mi gente fuerte, allá el canal de cuero, venga, le traigo el estilo certero y esto no se acaba. Saludos a mi compa del bigote como Pedro Infante, que de elegante, ese ratero se afoca, mi amiga encargada de cuidar las chalupas y las cocas, de este lado porque foca para mi amiga feliz, no se preocupe, ya no me voy de aquí, venga a echarse un recinto en la chalupa, y si interrumpo, disculpa, hoy le traigo el estilo improvisado y mi compa viene bien chapeado, colorado, esa amiga por los operados, suerte, y yo me retiro cantándole a toda mi gente, un besito.
What was he saying?
He was rapping, getting, talking about the menu and getting you in there and all that kind of stuff. But what a way! What a way to get you in.
He was good at that.
Yeah.
This is flan with cacao, I think. It looks like flan with chocolate on the bottom, I think. Stores everywhere. Michelada stands everywhere. These are funny. Betty and I were looking at these earlier. So these are a representation of the water containers that are on top of everybody's house.
Yeah.
So these are how people store water in Mexico. And so here they make a little sip bottle thing there and they can put your drink in it. Pretty cool. Yeah. Everybody knows what those are. All the drinks you can make. They even make them in blenders.
The Smurf one has
These little blenders. That's cool.
gummy bears in it.
Oh, they have one called the Smurf, and it has gummy bears. That's funny. This stuff is amazing. So this is all the natural incense that they have around here. So you get like a little burner like this lady's got right there. And all of these are different types of incense that you can put on there. And it smells amazing. A lot of these I think are pitches, like tree sap and things like this, you know? But they smell really good. Don't touch?
No, she says, don't take a picture of her. I get it.
You can see they have little gourds there you can put stuff in. Oh, man. And they don't forget about the perros and the gatos around here either. These are all little outfits for the perros and el gatos. Oh, see, she's making the little ones, man. So these are more dangerous because you could eat like a bite size. Go. I think what's amazing, the corn here is huge. Look at the size of those kernels, they're huge. I mean, look at that. That is amazing. More of the pan de fiesta. So amazing smelling. These people make them in these crates, crack them in these crates back there. They're wooden crates. These must be some of the healer guys up in front of us there. Not the guy that's hands in his pants. Oh, look at that. Oh. Gringas giganticus. Gringas were kind of like an open-faced quesadilla, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where they melted the cheese on it for you ahead of time. Oh my. Jicama? Jicama? More pizza. Definitely pizza is very important in Mexico. Amazing. Oh, hey, there's apple trees with an actual apple on it. Look at that, they have an apple on it. Mexico grows, I think it said 83% of their apples that they eat. That's a huge amount of apples. Wasn't it like in the Chiapas region? Where'd they grow the apples at mainly?
Over in Jalisco too.
In Jalisco?
My cousin has an apple farm.
Oh, that's right. You were saying that. That's right. This is how they bring in that fresh queso. Super delicious. All the cecina. And then there's some tortas over there. We've been eating a few of the different ones that are local to this area, and they all have been amazeballs. I bet you $10 this guy's got tacos de canasta. Tacos de canasta are delicious. They're put in a big basket and super hot grease is poured over the top of them, and then they're sweated. They fold them all up and they sweat in there. And then they bring around their own homemade chiles, usually a verde, a roja, and then pickled onions, right? So that's what they have. Yeah. This guy right here, he's making these boards as we talk. Look at that. That's how you do it. You carve that shit right there. What amazes me is on how much of this stuff is handcrafted, you know what I mean? All of this stuff is literally handcrafted. Most of what you see, people have actually made it all by hand. A lot of this is all hand sewn. You know, we don't buy them from China. It's cheaper for them to make it here. Oh, there's those little cubes you're supposed to put in water. Like little pieces of volcanic stone or something you can put in water and it helps purify it or something like that. There's a couple of guys that were selling that idea. Oh yeah, there's a torta of some type right there. What do you think that is right there? She's got in this big container. It's a drink. Ask her what it is.
Tepache, we've had that.
Capace. Ah, which one was that one? What was capace?
We had it in CDMX in the artisanal fair that they had there.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty good.
Was that the one that was kind of herby tasting? Like a tea tasting?
There was tecate and tepache.
I don't know. Michelada stands. Oh, the seeds are everywhere. Pumpkin seeds are huge in here. The flour is huge. Donuts. Should we go back home for a bit and drop off some of the... So we're gonna slowly make our way back home here. Another part of the fair. So one side we were at, there's a big fair going on. They got rides. And then back over here, the same thing. They got another big fair. And there are a lot of rides going on. Tell you what, pulque is delicious. If nobody's tried pulque, you need to try pulque. And get it mixed with something. The pulque with piña blended was delicious. Lots of corn. Look at the size of those kernels of corn. They're freaking gargantuan. They take and they grill them. Elote. And they grill it like that, and then they put all kinds of good stuff on there. Oh man. God, this stand always smells so good. Those are delicious. Wow. How many people are going up there today, Betty?
Oh yeah.
So we went up there 2 days ago and there was hardly anybody up there, but today is the ceremony for the Virgin of the Remedies.
Yeah.
And so, oh, hey, there we go. They're supposed to be lighting a ton of fireworks off from up here too. A lot of them is homemade. We saw dudes packing them up there. They're literally these giant homemade fireworks. So that'll be going on probably all night long, I'm sure. Those are really good.
The Legos.
And the Legos. Anybody needs any little minis, there's a lot. You can get yourself a massage here. Sammy, if we had the way to send them back, we'd be sending back you hammocks, girl. I would love to have those at the house in PNW. These guys are crazy. So all of this is hand stitched in that netting. It's like cross stitching. Look at that. That is amazing. Beautiful.
Está bien bonito.
Muy bonito.
Bien bonito.
Gracias. That was all hand done, mind you. You need cheap ass shitty e-cigs over here. You want to kill yourself. See over here, this is what I think is hilarious. So these conchas are usually like half that size. This is literally the size of your entire melon. Those are huge. Those are giant. You're the one who likes them. No. Okay. Gracias. Gracias. So.
Really good.
Oh damn! This one's got stuffing inside.
It's really good.
It's like a queso, pan de queso.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Amazing.
Damn, that was a good touch for after we're eating that food.
I can get the gummy bears on a stick.
The esquites elote is amazing. Are we gonna cut through the?
Yeah, let's get through it.
So we're gonna cut through the fair. It's kind of, the outside is a little dead right now. I don't like they got a lot of people doing on rides. This is the way we make it home. At nighttime, this place is filled with peeps. That pan de queso is delicious. Wow.
Samples.
I mean, yeah. They got more rides, and this is only one half, mind you. They got probably 20, 25 rides here, just on this side, and then over in the central area, the Zocalo, they have another probably 20 rides or so. And then from what I saw, tomorrow when we head to Puebla, it looks like there's a whole other bunch of fairs over there. These are the flyer guys. These guys are cool. I've seen them many, many times. Very cool. Give me a headache watching them though, I gotta tell you. So we're gonna be able to sit here. Hey, look at that one, Betty. It's got like streamers and some confetti. So they should be launching them off up in that direction all night. I bet you, all day, all night. They get some big ones. We saw some dude unloading a whole bunch of them out of the back of his car. We were like, holy shit. Like homemade looking kind of fireworks, man. I think as the evening starts popping, things will start hopping. They got a few rides going. Oh shit, this one's crazy. It gets going and then flings you out there sideways. Oh, they got the horses over there. The horses, they even dress up like a Lele doll kind of with the ribbons in their mane. It's a little party place at night. So those deals over here, what they do is they fill this full of beer. And then you at your own table get to pull your own beer out of one of those. That isn't crazy. The other night here they had a band playing. And the tiniest little abuelitas come out. This little lady in front of me has got to be about 3.5 feet tall. So this road is a little different than Vallarta. Instead of using river rock, they use volcanic rock here. So it isn't quite the same look. You know, it's still like the cobblestone look. These I think are a little easier to walk on because they do have somewhat of a flat surface. More party spots right around the corner. You got the rooftop going on up there. Look at this, and these guys have got to-go carts. So they can take these little suckers and they'll pack them around. It's got all of the for micheladas. Beautiful mural work everywhere. Beautiful mural work. So back up there you can see the church. You kind of see, let's see, I don't know, right up here at the top there's like a little flat spot. Look at that, there's another one with a bunch of streamers. So they should be lighting out a whole ton of people up there. Looks like that's where they're going to be lighting off the fireworks all night. So here on these streets, they use these octagon looking little paver pads to make the street, which is probably a lot easier to fix and repair, I would think. Makes it for a smooth drive. Nothing's quite as bumpy as Vallarta streets, I gotta tell you. I love Vallarta, but damn, those streets can jar you to pieces.
And your car's alignment.
And your car's alignment, and watching some of those poor dudes on motorcycles, especially when it rains like crazy and they're bouncing all over and getting just soaked. So this is the way to our Airbnb. Nice little area, some more artwork on the wall. Oh shit, big bus, big truck coming. We ate here the other day. This is where we tried poke for the first time. Really good place, delicious food there. A little expensive, but still really good food. And I think these guys take care of the parking right here. Over there, there's a beer garden. That's how you get beer to grow. You have a garden, and you just pluck them every so often, you get your beer. Okay, this side of the street, the sidewalk has been not in a lot of use. Over there, a little different. Over here, this is the more rugged side. We're on the rugged side. El gas. Dang. I can't wait to get back over there and see some of those suckers going off. We'll probably have an all right view. Just down from our Airbnb, you can take a corner and you're right literally over there where those guys are blowing all that stuff off.
They call that Container City.
Container?
There's a bunch of like food trucks and stuff.
It is.
Container City.
I did not know that. Container City.
And then you get this little German random house out
Right.
of nowhere.
Hans and Helge and Hans live there. Really neat area. I think we got a really good spot. Super close to everything. The
Area Nassimian.
Zona Arqueological and the Zona y Centro. The Zocalo. Alright, let me get in my new container here. Oh, hold on here. Got a new backpack here, a front pack. $30, a leather one. This thing is dope as shit too. I gotta remember where I put the keys. Ah, there we go. $30, all leather, handmade at the store we bought them from. And Betty got herself a little card wallet. So the card.
Welcome to my crib.
Aww, somebody's having a bad day.
Somebody's having a bad day.
So this is Betty's crib. We're gonna do MTV cribs. A giant ass key we use for this one. Dun dun dun. Yo man, welcome to my crib. Lock that sucker back up. Nope, gotta clean the right way. That's what she said. Oh, this big old steel door ain't going nowhere. And the guy that owns all this area, he's right up like 2 houses down from us. But they've been redoing all these places. Somebody don't want to take a nap. That's all. Hola. Buenas tardes. But they've been working on over there too. And then all of these. Looks like he's still working on this one. Hola. Buenas tardes. Nice little units. I mean, for $20 a night, you know. And then the short key from the short bus people.
Hey.
Pásale, mi esposa. Our little room. Nice place. One more day. Today's our last day here. It's been nice. You know, for $20. You know, nice little room. Oh, that room's locked because they don't trust us. Just kidding. Is it baño? Very nice. Nice little kitchen.
Little kitchen.
Yeah. All right, peace out, homies.